again, ladies and gentlemen, it's Goulder and Armando. It's going to feature everybody, and also means I need to welcome our monologist to the stage. Please welcome Tracy Dowell. Lovely. This is a more long-form exercise that we're going to do now. What we're going to get from you is a single word that's going to inspire a monologue from Tracy. That's why she's a monologist, otherwise it would just be a fancy title. And then she's going to do the monologue, and then we're going to do 3 scenes that are inspired by her monologue. There's also going to be lots of tags and edits as we go along. The main thing that you need to know is that when somebody does this, that means it's the end of a scene and we like you to applaud them. Okay? Good. Can we have a single word for Tracy's monologue, please?
Crack.
Crack.
Cram.
Cram.
Cramp.
Cramp. So sorry, you're actually cramp. Yes.
Oh, what a theatre.
Must be Cornish.
Okay,
Yeah.
cramp. Well, I'm actually a colonic therapist. That's my job during the day. And so I have a lot of people that come into me because they've got lots of cramping in their tummy, and I sort that out for them by sticking a tube in their bottom, putting some water in and getting some poo out. But the good news is, I have washed my hands tonight, which is... Woo! Yeah, thank you. So if anybody wants to shake hands, that's absolutely fine. So cramp is one of the things that they get when they're on the table. So they're lying on the table, and they're on their back, and all of a sudden they'll get cramp, and they have to stick their leg out like that. So I've got a tube in their bottom, and they've got their legs in the air. So we've turned off the webcam now, because we had broken the internet, so we don't do that anymore. Cramping is one of the things I used to get when I was scuba diving. I really, really like scuba diving, but it is quite scary because you are underneath the water. And I like the idea of being underneath the water, but I don't actually like being underneath the water. I like to see the fish, but I don't want to be under the water to see the fish, so it's a bit complicated when I go on diving holidays. I pay a lot of money to go on a diving holiday, and then I sit on the beach and watch everybody else diving. Thompsons are very, very happy with me. I'm now a gold member because I don't use any of the holiday facilities when I go away with them. I like going on holiday though, especially to Thailand, not because of the underage sex, although that is obviously one of the things you can do, which is included in the Thompson thing. But I like going to Thailand because they do lots of detoxes and lots of clean eating and everything. So I do that for 1 week a year, and then I come back and just feed basically on eclairs, which is quite nice. And I tell everybody else about healthy eating, and I go out and I'm going to get some fish and chips, but don't tell anybody or put it on the website, and then they won't know. So I'm not really that great a health therapist, which is why I'm retiring. Mainly because I actually left the webcam on at some point, so that was embarrassing for a few people. But again, we've made some money out of that. We're now doing pay to play, basically. So if you want to pay £10 a month, you can got people in Northampton have their bottoms cleaned out. Sometimes you get cramp because you haven't got enough salt in your system. And it's really important that when you're running and you're exercising, that you do everything you should to make sure your system's working as well as it should do. So it's really important when you do the London Marathon, like I do every year, that you make sure that you drink all the right water and all the right supplements, etc. Now, all of you believed at that point, I think you were too polite to go, she doesn't really, she can't possibly, but we won't laugh because it'd be embarrassing if she really does. Of course I don't! Haven't you seen me, for goodness sake? I'm not a marathon runner, but I like to think that I can do exercise, so I have a gym membership that I haven't used for 2 years, but it makes me feel really good about myself. So that's a little bit about cramp. Take it away.
Darling, I feel like I should change job.
Oh, but you're so good at what you do.
I spend my whole day surrounded by arseholes.
Well, most of us have that kind of problem. I mean, obviously technically you do, but yeah, I mean, what other career might you, yeah, you get ready for work?
I'm putting my pyjamas on, I've got home from work.
I was just slightly concerned, you know, let's just look at the gloves. Are we going to have
That was the sleeves for my top.
I see, of course it was, darling. You look lovely in your pyjamas. Yeah, really lovely. I mean, I'm sad that you don't want to keep up your career, you know.
I know, I just feel like I must be able to expand into other areas. I'm so good at putting hoses up things.
Yes, I mean, you could, you know, hoses, you could go into gardening, perhaps.
Yeah,
inflating balloons.
So, you're new to the children's clowning.
Yep. It's a first day, new job, very excited.
We're very excited with your balloon inflating, that's been great.
Yeah.
We have had a few complaints.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know quite how to phrase this. Did you at any point put the inflating tube up someone's posterior?
Yes.
Darling, they fired you.
Yeah, they did. I don't think balloon modeling's for me.
Well, you shouldn't be trying it on the children. I heard about it. The parents were talking at the school gates. I mean, really.
Flashback.
Talking about it at the school gates, they were talking about it a county over when he landed.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, maybe you should, you know, just keep up the putting it up people's arse, you know, the way you were doing it.
No, there must be other ways I can use it. I'm so good at putting hoses up things.
My God, the Statue of Liberty is on fire. But the only way to get water to the top is through the entrance. It's concealed within her derriere.
Me. I know.
Hey, what are you, Liza? That's some kind of... What skills could you possibly bring?
If that's the Statue
I'm
of Liberty,
looking in a
what's that? No, I've got the skills we need. I'm very good. I can put hoses up arses and it'll be fine.
You can put hoses up asses?
Yes.
My word! You British are crazy!
Quick, pump the water.
Is that Mr. Trump?
So, for saving the Statue of Liberty, I hereby award you the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice big
Right, well, the thing is, as your health consultant, I'm gonna have to, look, hey, it's I paid for these. I'm gonna have to advise you to give up smoking. Any stimulus that makes you want to keep smoking, give it up. Apart from my sessions, I need the 300 quid an hour.
It's only your sessions, 3 times a day, that are helping me kick this habit.
That's right. If you don't let me breathe passive smoke into your lungs, you're going to take up smoking, and you wouldn't want the danger.
What do you mean you're giving up your membership here at the Cigar Club?
I just crave the smoke.
But Brian, you've been a member here for years.
My doctor, he tells me I can't smoke anymore. Just sniffing it just is driving me mad.
I can smell smoke on you.
So you're leaving our piccolo playing band because you can no longer stand the feel of things between your lips. We've got a big gig tomorrow. We're going to sound rubbish with only 3 piccolos.
I used to love sucking on the end of my piccolo in between minuets. But somehow it's too painful. It brings it all back from when I can smoke. I can't do it.
This is too sad to watch. Another piccolo player struck down in his prime.
So you're leaving Origami Club because you can't bear to roll paper between your fingers.
Life is too cruel. All I kept on doing was rolling little cylinders. Everything. I can't make frogs anymore. You know the little frogs that used to jump? I used to push them and they used to go, ah! Like that.
So you're leaving Arsonists Club? Setting fire to stuff. Provide your stuff.
I crave the smell of gasoline in my nostrils.
We've got a bad
So, sir, I'm afraid we're going to have to send you down for 25 years for arson. And there's worse news. In prison, the currency is cigarettes.
The thing is, I like the idea of parachuting.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do it.
Oh, you've come all the way here.
Yeah, I know. I love the idea, Sergeant Major. But
Yeah?
just let me pass the SAS selection. It's a long way down.
I mean, I don't want to be a stickler, but it has been a requirement for quite a long time.
No, Sergeant Major, I'm sorry, but I love the idea. I love the idea.
I know, but this is what you said about the crawling under the rope thing.
Yeah, I love the idea of that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it. It's a bit dirty.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks as though the army hadn't cleaned that rope for a while, and
Yeah.
you know, eating those rations was a bit plebby. So I went to the 4-star hotel, but and staying in the jungle. No, I let you lot go off that. But I absolutely love the idea. I'm not going to. Please.
Yeah.
I want the dagger.
Look, the thing is, I don't want to get into the tank, honestly, Sergeant Major. You see,
Right.
I like the idea of being in a tank.
You come all the way
I like
here.
the idea of firing things from the tank, but I don't want to be in it. I'm claustrophobic. It's quite scary in there. Please don't make me do it, Sergeant Major.
But you already refused to do the zip line.
Well, yeah, because I didn't like the idea. I like the idea of the big string thing, but I didn't like the idea of actually being on it. You know, I like the idea of being in the jungle, but I didn't like the idea of being on it.
The thing is, whilst I wanted to travel and see the world and kill people, I'm not very good in the sunshine.
Standard of our recruits is not what I wanted.
And instead of Egypt, can we send me to Norway?
We're not fighting an awful lot of wars in Norway.
Well, you can never be too careful. There's a lot of strange stuff happening across the pond, and Norway may just be the next place that gets done.
Listen now, Sergeant Major.
Yes?
The recruitment crisis in the army has reached peak problems.
Yes, I know, Colonel.
We're down to fighting wars with just 3 elderly men and a dog.
They're very keen, sir.
That they are. We're going to have to look at recruits that perhaps don't meet up to our standards. So I'm asking you to lead the new neurotic division of the SAS.
Don't get me wrong, sir, I really like the idea.